Breaking news again. We're back yet again. I need to change the title, but we're going to talk about it real quick on the show because we all have things to do. Breaking news. Another trade has been made. The Chicago Bears are acquiring Chase Claypool from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're awaiting the rest of the details, but it is official. Okay, wait. Bears trade a second-round pick for Chase Claypool, according to Adam Schefter. Big time moves. Aaron, instant reactions. Actually, no. Dylan, instant reactions, because this is not one but two of your teams.
Hey, from Canada, eh?
Yeah, this is two of your things.
Apriltron. Yeah, sorry. Had to throw it on. It was right here. I wore it out for the Steelers game. Really. Anyway, all right, Bears. All right. I see you making a move. I see you getting a wide receiver. It's not Velus Jones. He's not 45 years old. This is a good wide receiver. I mean, say what you want about his personality. A lot of people don't like him. Some people do like him. All I'm saying is that guy's a physical specimen and a freak. He is a young, talented version. I wouldn't say he's a younger, cheaper Allen Robinson. I think he's like a big, like, go get him kind of guy. He's a big touchdown. Like, he can get touchdowns. He's big. He can win outside. He's a completely different wide receiver than Darnell Mooney. And they needed someone like Claypool to go in there and make plays on that offense. And, I mean, Justin Fields is just a question mark right now in his career. But I think adding an addition like Claypool, they need wide receiver help. So it makes a lot of sense for them.
Aaron, what does this do for the Bears and Justin Fields?
I like it. I like it actually for both teams. I think it was time for a change for Chase Claypool. Obviously, he kind of worn out his welcome with Pittsburgh, some of the off-the-field stuff, just his talking. He needs to shut up and play football. But the talent is there. I think he has the ability to be a good football player. Justin Fields needed some weapons. We talked about that. You add Claypool to a Darnell Mooney and a Velus Jones and Equinemius St. Brown and some of these just randos. I think you have a big play threat down the field that you can throw it to. And I like that opportunity for Justin Fields just to be able to have some more weapons on the field to go to. And for the Bears, I thought it was but I also thought it was a good thing for the Steelers to go get another pick for a guy that probably wasn't going to be on your team next year anyways. And you get a second rounder at that. I liked it.
Fantasy impact. Who's the biggest impacted player from this deal? Because it might not be Chase Claypool is the biggest impacted. It could be someone in the Steelers for the receivers. It could be someone for the Bears. Who's the most impacted player here, Dylan, in this trade for fantasy?
Nobody. Both teams still don't have a quarterback to throw to. I mean, are you saying like, oh, George Pickens, here we go? Meanwhile, Deontay Johnson's still getting 13 targets and he's not scoring. Like, I don't think it really has too much of an impact. I think it helps Chase Claypool out the most. I think him going to a Bears offense where he can step in and get consistent playing time, like he could be legit. And who knows, maybe he can play quarterback, a little lefty toss he had on Sunday. No, but I think Chase Claypool is impacted the most here. And I honestly think it helps out Darnell Mooney. It takes some pressure off of him, and he could stretch the field a little bit more the way he did when Allen Robinson was there.
This is going to sound weird. I think it's a downgrade for Chase Claypool from a fantasy perspective. And it's crazy because he wasn't producing very highly in Pittsburgh, but you have to look at the type of offense that the Bears run. I think the big playability is there. I think Justin Fields will take shots down the field. I think you take those shots with Chase Claypool. But it's not like he wasn't getting targeted in Pittsburgh. He's had 6 targets in every game except for one this year. As the
Claypool, he's on a recent hot streak. He's been a good wide receiver for fantasy the past 2 weeks. A decent wide receiver. Sorry.
You got to stop with the stretching of good. He's been okay. He had the one big game, a 23-point game. Other than that, it's been like 10, 9, 12. Like he's a wide receiver 3 flex option, most weeks. But and I don't think this really has an impact hugely on George Pickens either, because I think George Pickens' percentage of snaps had already gone up. I do think he might get targeted a little bit more, but even before last week, he was even seeing damn near 7 targets a game since week 2. So I don't know that there's huge implications here by Chase Claypool getting traded. I think it's definitely a more real football move than it is a fantasy impact. But it's good. I do like the move. There's some upside there for Claypool now. Like before, I think his upside was limited because of who was with Pittsburgh and all the different targets they could go to. You still add Najee out of the backfield. You have Pat Freiermuth. You have Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. Now, who do you have? It's just Darnell Mooney and then Claypool, right? So Cole Kmet every now and then. I think the big plays down the field could be something, but from a fantasy perspective, I'm not I'm not excited about either. I do own George Pickens in a league. It makes me a little bit happier, I guess. It's just less person fighting for targets, but I don't know that it really moves the needle that much.
I think this is more of a future play for everyone involved. Like you move forward with Claypool now as a new weapon for Justin Fields. This is exactly what we wanted the Bears to do: go out and start building around your franchise quarterback, start giving him help. Claypool is a good start to that, and for the Steelers, it's getting assets to build for the future because you have a George Pickens, you have a Deontay Johnson. Start building assets to be able to draft and build around Kenny Pickett. I think that's where we're at with this. More breaking news. We're going to be locked in on breaking news all day long. We're not going to be doing this precisely exact video type stuff. But again, we'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, breaking down all the trades. If you're watching this, that's our that's our reactions to Claypool to the Bears in exchange for a second-round pick going Pittsburgh's way. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms at the Sac City Pod on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And of course, TikTok. We will see you hopefully later, maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
I might be hopping in. I might just be on my phone. It just depends on what time. As long as it ain't between 5:45 and 6:25.
Can I say one more thing about this? The Notre Dame fan in me is just loving this. Cole Kmet, Chase Claypool, EQ St. Brown on one offense.
Yeah, you know they're going to suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they just need Ian Book as their quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. That does it. Go to work. We will see
Bring back Jimmy Claus in 2022.
Gross. We'll see you guys tomorrow or later. We don't know.
Peace out.
Bye.